Yesterday, I showed you how you can get aged Reddit accounts that allow you to comment and post on Reddit without getting banned. The trick is to find aged Reddit accounts that also have a high karma rating, which is basically Reddit's internal quality scoring system. So once you earn a high level of karma above 1,000, you get a lot more freedom to actually post. So like I explained in my case, these accounts are very valuable. So when I first tried, they were sold out. They then dropped some more the next day. And again, I had to act really fast to buy up a couple, but I succeeded that time. So now I'm going to show you how to set up your proxies. So we're using a platform called AHREFS. Now, these proxies work kind of like a VPN. You basically want to have a fixed IP address for your aged account that makes it look like a real user. But VPNs do tend to flag up and get your account banned. So instead, we're using AHREFS. I'm able to use this free. With the free plan, I'm able to get up to 2 browser profiles and just one user, just myself. If this works well, then I'll definitely scale it up. So we're going to use either Sun browser or Flower browser, both work. For the name, it makes sense just to use your Reddit account for the name of the profile. And then you just come down here, we change the proxy type from no proxy to HTTP, and then you can add in all your details there, which will be provided from your proxy provider. So I just used proxycheap.com and was able to get a simple static residential proxy for about $3. So then I got all these details which I could add in. So host and port, username and password, that's it. And then you basically have almost like a separate Chrome profile that you can launch from within AHREFS. And as long as you are within this specific Chrome profile, then you are covered. You're using that IP address. So I can then log in with the account details that the aged Reddit accounts provider gave me. And now it's simply a matter of finding opportunities. So for that, I'm in AHREFS. When you first put in reddit.com/r, you'll probably find that AHREFS is unable to actually give you any pages because there's just so much data there. But what you do is you put in the keyword, the niche you want to target, and then it's much more able to cope. Even with SEO, still 10,000 pages, but I find anytime if I put in the actual keyword, then AHREFS is able to cope and display me all the current rankings. So then we can go through and find pages that are already ranking relevant to our industry. This feels like proper early MySpace affiliate marketing, growth hacking, that kind of thing. But this is the way that Google's pushing us at the moment. It's pushing down all these high quality affiliate sites, and Reddit is outranking everyone. So this seems to be what we have to do. Of course, this doesn't apply to e-commerce. Generally, most of my e-commerce clients are still doing really well. If you provide a product, then Reddit is very unlikely to outrank you for the actual product. But on the other hand, if you're more content-based, then this could be an answer for you while we wait for Google to sort itself out and get back to normality. So in this case, I've opened up best SEO companies, or who to hire for SEO, who's the best. Now, intriguingly, it doesn't look like this thread has been spammed to death. So what we want to do is come up with a helpful comment. Now, if you are doing affiliate marketing, you don't want to include a link straight away. You want to go under the radar, post your comment, post something valuable, upvote it up to the top using manipulation tactics, and then you can insert your link. So now, in terms of how we actually craft that comment, what I'm going to do is copy everything that's already here, or at least a sizable amount of the top comments. Now I'm in ChatGPT, and I'm going to train it on this data. Here is a section of a Reddit thread, do not respond. Now we say, in the style of the top ranked comments, please give a personal review of your experience with SEO Jesus after discovering his great value content on YouTube, and you then signed up for these services and were impressed. The quality of service and the results include caution, like most agencies don't look backlink quality, and many are just white labels, outsource all the work. Jesus is instead more personal and collaborative. Now, my concern is is it a bit too ChatGPT-ish? So make this less obvious as ChatGPT. Make it more nuanced and less salesy. Make more human. There we go. So don't get me wrong, perfect. SEO is complex and not every strategy hit the mark straight away, but I did notice some positive changes in my site's performance. It's refreshing to work with someone who took backlink quality seriously. Okay, I'm happy with that. SEO Jesus was a good fit for me, but it's important to do your research and find someone who aligns with your needs. So let's have a go at this. So just a reminder, this thread is currently ranking at number 5. It's actually moved up a bit for best SEO companies in the US, which has 2,500 searches a month, and it's getting 2,000 visitors per month. So let's have a crack at this and comment. Let's see if we get away with it. Okay, so that is now posted. So now we just need to make sure we can get some upvotes. So we've got 59 upvotes here, 16, 1, 5, 42, so it looks like about 50 or so. Should be good. We'll go for 60. Remember, we want to beat the top performers, but not blow them out of the water, because that's a bit obvious. So how do you buy Reddit upvotes? Pretty much all these platforms can be found on what are called SMM panels, social media marketing. And this is pretty dodgy. And so when, back in the day when you'd find Facebook pages which had 50,000 followers and no engagement whatsoever. Same thing with Instagram. All those by Instagram likes, by Facebook likes, these all come from SMM panels. The difference is a lot of people will go to a service provider, and these SMM panels are really cheap and really popular to resell. So typically you'll find you're best off trying to go higher and higher up in the chain to find who's ultimately fulfilling these orders. Because when people build these panels, they've got the underlying technology, but they also make it very easy to API into that and therefore white label it. So intriguing, not without getting too distracted, if we look on the subject of Parasite SEO, if you just search best SMM panels, then you're going to find a load of Parasite SEO spam, because they've all got affiliate programs, they're all quite high paying. So yeah, we've got Reddit here. Do you know any quality SMM panel? SMM follows, Outlook India, discover the top 7 SMM panels worldwide, another Outlook India as well. So this is a really valuable industry. The fact is, these things are really cheap, but after levels upon levels of resellers, you then end up at a point where you can actually be paying it might not seem like a lot of money, but you're probably paying 10 times the rate that you get of just going to the panel. Having said that, different providers obviously have different methodologies. Some might be real, some might be bots. So ultimately it's good to get recommendations and use something you trust and is reliable. So I've gone into upvote.shop. Now looking around, it does seem like this is more expensive than if you can go to that real source SMM panel provider. But for now, I'm just testing this out. I want to make sure I get it right and that I'm using tried and tested tools rather than have any variables that could disrupt the experiment. So I've done all this work. I've got aged account, and now if I cheap out on the SMM panel and I get dodgy upvotes that get me banned, then it's not a very good experiment. So I'm going to go with the premium option that's tried and tested and then see if I can bring the cost down. But it's still not expensive either way. We only need to worry about that when we're actually scaling. So if we go to manual order, we get the post URL. We want either slow or super slow just to look natural. Still, even super slow, it's still 1 vote per minute. So there's obviously lots of advice here. So take a look at the top ranking posts in the hot section, see how many upvotes they have. So again, you just don't want to go too hard too quickly. And this is basically the same with any kind of algorithmic manipulation, same as SEO, same as building links. We talk about link velocity, where links are really important, but you don't want to build 1 million on day one. So I've topped up my account with some credits, and now we go to get the comment URL. So we want to click on share, copy link, and then we add that URL in here in the comment URL section. So how many votes you want to send? Again, we're looking at correlations here. So we have a top one with 59, another one with 16. So between 20 and 60. I think for this I'm just going to go hard and say 60. Hence we're doing super slow to deliver it immediately. Again, there's lots of good advice in this panel here. Again, it's just all about looking natural. So when you first start off, obviously be conservative. You don't want to create any footprints, create any patterns. So that's why I've got a couple of aged Reddit accounts. And when it comes to scaling, I'm going to get even more. But at this stage, we're only just starting out. So a couple and going a bit harder on those should be absolutely fine. Okay, so that should be good to go. So just for the sake of comparison and measuring, of course, when I made that post, it immediately jumped to the top for me, having just posted it. So I've just refreshed the page to verify where we are. And we can see we're right at the bottom down here. So absolutely the very bottom result. Then if we come up to the top, we can see a kind of sliding scale with upvotes. So we've got 7 here, 14 here, 20, 43, 17, and then 60. So hopefully with those upvotes I've just ordered, we should be able to push to the top. I suspect there will be a maintenance aspect as this gets more competitive, but we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to subscribe, because in my next video, I'm going to be working on how we can do more traditional Parasite SEO, where we'll actually create a Reddit post, actually optimize it with entities using tools like Surfer, autoblocking.ai, and see if we can actually create our own content rather than having to piggyback on other people's content. So just to give you an idea of that, I found this gold IRA rollovers example where over the last few weeks they've created this subreddit and then they're filling it with their reviews. So they've got this long form best gold IRA companies 2024. So this is a space that they clearly own. We can see they're getting significant traffic. So currently up to around 400 visitors per month, ranking for all kinds of really good product reviews. So piggybacking and commenting on existing Reddits is one approach, but down the line, I'm looking for how can we basically build our own authority site within Reddit subreddits. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go to SEOJesus.com, click on the big red button at the top, that says Ranking Revelations newsletter, and I'll send you a load of great resources and future updates on my best ranking strategies.